The United Nations Security Council has heard that weapons being delivered to Libya in violation of an arms embargo are either falling into the hands of terrorists or being sold to them.
According to the UN Secretary General's Special Representative to Libya, this is a recipe for disaster. Ghassan Salamé also told the Council via videolink from Tripoli that there was an increase in the recruitment of foreign mercenaries in that region.
He's appealed to the Council to call for the immediate closure of African migrant detention centres.
Special Representative Ghassan Salamé proposed a triple action for Libya that would require Council consensus. First, a truce to be declared for the Eid al-Adha, which falls around August 10th. Following the said truce, a high-level meeting of concerned countries to cement the cessation and an adherence to international law. And third, a Libyan meeting to find a path forward that could lead to the much-delayed national conference.
The recent uptick in violence may worryingly presage a new phase in the military campaign, but I do not judge that this will fundamentally alter the strategic stalemate. The parties still believe they can achieve their objectives through military means. Prime Minister Sarraj and General Haftar have publicly reaffirmed their commitment to a future political and electoral process, but have yet to take practical steps to stop the fighting. The LNA maintains that they will not stop their attack until Tripoli is conquered, while the GNA forces insist they can push General Haftar's forces back to eastern Libya.
Salamé made reference to the July 2nd attack on a migrant detention centre near Tripoli, in which 53 people were killed and dozens more injured, urging the Council to pressure authorities to free the detainees and to follow a UN plan for an organised and gradual closure of all detention centres in the country. While weapons continue to flow into Libya in violation of a Security Council arms embargo.
Even more worrisome are the indications that the arsenal of weapons being delivered by foreign supporters to one side or the other is either falling into the hands of terrorist groups or being sold to them. Some extremist elements have sought to legitimize themselves by joining the battle. This is nothing short of a recipe for disaster, not only for the safety and security of Libyans themselves, but to Libya's neighbors and international peace and security. It is high time the warring parties cease all hostilities, redeploy their forces, and focus on the common threat before Libya becomes more of a safe haven for terrorist organizations.
At the outset, I wish to express my delegation's concern.
South Africa pledged its support for the work of the UN mediator and reiterated calls for the Libyan National Conference to take place.
Military solutions may appear to have short-term benefits, but they often do not lead to a long-lasting peace that is needed. It is of concern that both sides have not agreed to resume the political process. It is South Africa's belief that comprehensive compromise from both sides is critical for the de-escalation of tension to pave the way for the political process to resume as soon as possible.
The armed conflict has left nearly 1,100 dead, while hundreds of thousands have fled their homes in the capital and neighbouring districts. Sherman Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.